This is Dan from Pool & Spa TV, and today we're going to do a segment on how to patch holes and divots in your plaster pool, and also how to patch any sort of cracks that you have in the cement next to your pool. What we have here today is this product called Easy Patch. This is for, it's a white pool plaster repair kit. This is for above water repairs. Obviously today a lot of the repairs we're going to be doing is for below water, but this just means you can't use this when it's wet. So we're doing a drain and clean of a pool today. We have drained the whole thing down. We do have a lot of divots here, but this is bone dry, so we will be able to use this product. A couple things that you're going to need. You're going to need these trowels. These are 2 plastic trowels you can get at Home Depot. This product here comes with the cement product, and this is a acrylic resin hardener that we're going to be mixing together. I like to wear these little cheap surgical rubber gloves for this because you kind of don't want this to get all over your hands when you're doing it. The other thing that you're going to need, we're actually going to use a shot glass here because this requires 2 ounces of the product. I have a hammer to chip some things out. I have a screwdriver to help me with chipping. You need a bucket and a mixing stick to actually mix the product. And you're going to need some water, which we have in this bucket. And you're also going to need a sponge. This is the kind of repair that most homeowners really don't normally get involved with themselves, but as you're going to see in a second, it's really not that hard. It's nothing to be scared of. So first thing that we did is we took 1.5 pounds of this patch material. We put it in here. It's a granular. We're going to pour this into our mixing bucket. Then this is the acrylic resin hardener. I'm going to take this, and we're using a shot glass here, which is 1.5 ounces, but to the top, it's about 2. I'm going to fill that up, put that right inside of there. And much with any kind of a cement product, the amount of water you use really depends on the kind of consistency that you want to get. This, they say, is best to use a mashed potato-like consistency. So I'm just putting a little bit of water inside of this, and I'm going to mix this up with my stick. When mixing any kind of a cement product, you do like it to be a little bit dry. You don't want it to be runny at all, really. This right here, it's a good consistency. I can make a ball. It's pliable. All right, now that we have our mix, we're going to start with these 3 little divots that we have right here. This pool, it was already acid washed, and we will be painting this pool tomorrow. So this area here has already been prepped. Basically, you want it to be clean and dry. Here's the product. It's very easily put on a bowl here. It's kind of like spackle. If you've ever spackled in your home, this is kind of what this is. What we're going to try to do here is this. This is a really hard one because it is a chip, but it's right on a curve here. So this is one of the reasons why you really don't want this to be too moist. You have to remember when you're doing this, this should be smooth when you're done, but it is a pool step and it is underwater. So yeah, really filling the Sistine Chapel here, but while we wait for this patch to dry, what I'd like to do is try to take this material and see how it's going to do on our piece of cement up here. Okay, while we're renovating the pool, we have noticed that around our cement pool deck in a number of places, we started to develop some cracks. So what I did prior to taping this is I've taken my hammer and knocked out anything that was very loose. If you can see right here, still have a couple little pieces that are loose. But basically, you should be able to do this around and not cause any sort of cracking. And at any place that you do see some cracking, I'm just going to bang this out here for you. You want to make sure all this comes out because you basically don't want to patch over any loose material. And we're going to fill this in with it. And it's just, this stuff is just like It's more spackly than cementish. You're going to put a lot of the product on, push it in as much as possible, and then leave it there for a minute or two. Looks like hell, don't worry about it. And then we will come back when it's a little bit more set up and take a lot of this excess off. This is a spacer that they put in between two pieces of cement. Sometimes they make these things out of like a felt material or rubber material. Right now I'm just going to put this right over that, and then we'll come and clean that off in a second. So basically we want to fill this whole area in. Also, don't be afraid if you have to use your hand, use your hand. You know, God gave you 5 fingers, and don't get so crazy with the trowel at first. You got to actually, you know, sometimes just pushing it into the holes with your hand. Okay, what I like to use is a regular kitchen sponge for this with a scrubby on the back of it. This is now set up about 5 or 10 minutes right now, and it's still pretty pliable. If you use a sponge like this, it almost sort of acts like sandpaper. So basically,